Good evening. This is Book Talk with Robert. I just want to say I finished this book. This is my first time reading a book by Brenda Hamilton. Um, all I can say is, where have she been, or where have I been? I've been sleeping on her. I see a lot of my friends on Facebook, Natasha Potts, Jonathan Rohr, and a few more that's in these my book groups. Talk about how well her books are written, how good she is as an author. So, my first read by her, I read In My Shoes. I started reading, didn't even pay attention that it was a bio. Um, and I would say I was at work, about to start work rather. I was on my break kind of, and I got so took about in the first part of the book where she's talking. She's about to have her twins. She's in the hospital in labor, and she's in the room with a white lady, and the white lady's on the other side of the curtain. The white lady's fussing at her man, talking about you're not gonna get any more of this if it's hurting this bad. She was in a lot of labor pain, but the book was well written. It was about her life. Um, there's certain parts of the book I didn't like, particularly the character Dwayne. I couldn't stand him. I felt like he had a lot of issues. Drug, yes, for one, but I felt like that he may have had bipolar or something because something wasn't right with him. Especially when you going off on the police and doing some of the things he was doing in this book. I loved her mother. Her mother told it like it was, especially when it came to the part about her cousin that was unfortunately strung out on drugs. Josh, that was sad what he stole from her and everything, her money. Enforced abuse. I have had family members who had been abused, an abusive relationship, and it got to the point that I didn't even talk to him because I just couldn't deal with it, you know. So I know firsthand how that is as a family member dealing with it and a victim dealing with it. But I would like to say I really enjoyed the book. I can't wait to call in on Diamond's World with Diana and get to meet you, Miss Brenda. Um, and I would just like to say, for as reading bios, I have another book. I'm gonna get off the subject for a minute that I feel like that's a real good bio memoir. Some people prefer memoir. And this book here is like one of the best. Another book that I have read that's a bio that's excellent, and it's called Running for My Life with by the Warwick Dunn. He was a football player, and it's basically talks about his mother, who at the time he was living in um, Louisiana. She was a police officer, and she unfortunately got shot and killed, and how he had to struggle going to school and being the parent to his siblings. This book right here, I recommend. This is a very well written book, and it talks about the NFL and him going from Tampa Bay to Atlanta Falcons, and what he's doing today and how he grew as a young man. And I feel like that is another bio. And by reading this book by Brenda Hamilton, I'm going to read another bio I've been meaning to read. I've had it on my shelf for several years. And I just want to say, I'm about to tune in a few more minutes as I can for Diamond's World to discuss some of the best books that have been read in 2016. So if you don't mind, you can join us. I would just like to say, have a good evening. Be safe out there tonight, and look forward to the New Year's. And this right here is book review. This is my fourth book review. Um, it was In My Shoes by Brenda Hamilton, and I look forward to doing more book reviews, book talk with Robert next year. Signing off, and you have a good night.